Okay, America, I'm scripted today. My major question is it anarchy to think free? Would it be anarchy? I actually have notes again, so yeah, I've been writing a lot. But someone sent me a reply to one of my videos that said that they wanted all the things I want, but they also said to secure freedom is to do what we're doing right now. Sorry, I just took a shower. I'm not disheveled. I actually shaved, but who cares? Anyway, is it anarchy to think free? Is it anarchy to think free? Are you breaking the rules of American tradition to think free? If you wish for your government and your country to see things the way you see them, is it anarchy to think free? It's a great question. It broadened my horizon because it segued to a lot of other things that I found were interesting. Is it evil to point fingers at so-called Christians? Would it behoove you to say that separation of church and state can and should be asserted at all times? Would it? Think about it, America. I mean, these are real questions. These are things I've been pondering. This is why I've been away. Am I really making a difference? Am I really showing to you that there's another way? It's no wonder that I don't have all the information. It's no wonder. Fox News, which has, I pointed out in my last video, that they actually took it to court that they could tell a lie, and a judge supported it as freedom of speech. So, at what point are we telling the news, and at what point are we telling the lies? So, since that's the case, I'm going to run my own news show. Can't guarantee it'll be better than Jon Stewart's, but I guarantee you there's going to be some outlandish claims, and it's freedom of speech. Therefore, I'll utilize it to the best of my ability, and you'll find me wherever you are, and you'll hear it. So, I'm not going to be angry. I'm trying not to be angry. I think that's why I sort of held off. I was so mad when I wanted to do my last one that, not this last one I've done, but the one before it, I actually got rid of it 3 or 4 times. Now, the problem with having an enemy is in order for the enemy to actually be an enemy, he must have weapons. He must have armor. He must have bullets. He must have a way. Well, the American government has found a way. We have supplied our enemies in Iraq with 190,000 weapons. This includes 110,000 AK-47s, which aren't the most proficient gun, but they can certainly do a lot of damage, and also 80,000 pistols of varying size. In addition to that, they also misplaced body armor, helmets, leg armor, and, yes, bullets. Because a gun doesn't do you a squat's worth of good without a bullet in it, if that's your intent. Now, the reason why they're so proficient with all of this crap is because we trained them. We trained these people, and we gave them a reason. We gave them the holy war. We gave them the reason that they fight us now. And we trained them. I mean, they're a very proficient group. The CIA went over there and trained thousands of them. They believed in Osama bin Laden. They believed in Osama bin Laden big time. Someone actually pointed out to me, and it dawned on me because I looked it up, that in the video where it shows Osama bin Laden confessing to having blown up the Twin World Trade Centers, he was wearing a gold band on his hand. In Muslim religion, and this man is devoutly religious, the wearing of things of this nature is expressly forbidden. Expressly forbidden. So the question is, who is the man in that video? And where do they find him? Some LA actor, some offshore acting agency, some group that got together and put this together to make it look convincing? I mean, how hard could it have been to find Osama in that time? He's like 6'3". He wears an eye patch, or not him, but he's 6'3", and he needs dialysis on a regular basis, and he hangs out with a short, fat guy about my height who wears an eye patch and glasses all the time. How hard could it be to spot that fool? He's hanging around with a bunch of guys with AK-47s, which brings us over to the next point. Osama bin Laden will claim peace when America declares peace. I guarantee it. And Barack Obama, who went to the Middle East, sat down and had tea with our enemy, then came back to the United States and threatened Pakistan. Yeah, he did. And I'm going to get into that on this video. Threatened Pakistan with an invasion point in order to help root terrorists that were existing in their nation in a little region called Waziristan. Waziristan is supposed to be the last stronghold of Al-Qaeda and, oh crap, what's the name of that other group? There's another group that exists there. The Pakistanis have had problems with them for years. The United States said, either you go in there and straighten it up, or we will. You know, the last time I heard of an invasion point, or a few different invasion points, let's harken back to World War II, when the Germans invaded Poland, and that's my next video. We're going to do a timeline, close parallels, the Reichstag. Anyway, if we invade Pakistan just in the Waziristan area, it's a mountainous region. It's going to guarantee to be one of the most bloody pieces of combat America has yet to see. Those 190,000 weapons have been evenly dispersed. Now we're training their army. Their army is beginning to turn on our own soldiers and kill them with each and every effort that they make. So Barack Obama, you speak with forked tongue, brother. And I got news for you. No one's believing you. Hillary Clinton, it's the same thing. Yeah, you know, it's exactly what it is. Hillary, you got real issues, and I think this Clinton, or this Bush-Clinton voting array needs to stop. A vote of no confidence. I think it's just going to have to be a line item ballot issue where we stop and go out and vote no confidence, because we still have that option available. It's a little late to start motioning for a petition, or start motioning petitions for a no confidence ballot issue. Everyone wants to know who I'm voting for, and everyone keeps cramming Ron Paul down my throat. I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to vote for. I'm going to vote for the candidate I think best fits my needs. And that's what I'm going to tell you, because the last election I voted for Ralph Nader, and Ralph Nader spent so much time locked up in courtrooms he had no money left over for advertising his campaign, because the Democrats were suing him over the validity of his ballot and the Republicans were suing him over the validity of his ballot. And America, you know, I don't care if I make little mistakes, and I don't care if I get some issues wrong, because I'm only as good or as effective as the issues that are set before me. I want to touch off real quick on the Middle East as far as what we're doing in Afghanistan. There's a new vote of confidence in Afghanistan, and the legislation that they're creating in Iraq is going to secure that only the oil companies may profit from the oil that exists in Iraq, which in my opinion is theft. So all the executives, the chief executive officers, and those involved in stealing this oil should all be brought up in American courts, either by absentia or by direct arrest and conviction. But it doesn't matter, because the president will say, don't appear. What's he going to do? Put an army around everybody's house? These people are thieves, ladies and gentlemen. They are thieves, and they are stealing Iraqi oil. And some of you say, oh, I don't care. They probably deserve to have it stolen from them anyway, all the horror that they've brought to our nation. Iraq brought no horror to our nation. As a matter of fact, they were so far against Al-Qaeda, they absolutely arrested Al-Qaeda members who tried dissent in their nation, which is a good thing, because he knew exactly what they stood for. Saddam Hussein, that is. He knew exactly what they stood for, and he knew that they weren't going to upset his country in that way, and he knew they wouldn't be able to get away with it. Those people were living relative peace. The only real combatant region was Afghanistan, and having Afghanistan as your neighbor was just bad news, because your family crossed over and went over into these areas. And you know, America, we need to wake up to all of this. Boycott Fox News, vote for no confidence. It's become enough. I think America has had enough. So it's time that we stand up. It's time that we be recognized. It's time that we know exactly where we're going. Someone else has to carry the torch as well.